Tim, it seemed like it was just tough to really sustain anything. Coach talked about that, and Jeff talked about that. Can you point to one or two reasons? Oh, let's try again.
Sorry, I want to be able to see you when you talk.
All right. You
Say
good, Tim?
that. Yeah, say that again, please.
Yeah, Coach talked about it. Jeff talked about tough to just sustain anything offensively. Can you point to one or two reasons why that was the case, what they did to kind of stifle you all?
Personally, I can only speak for myself, but there was a play in the beginning of the game. I had an MA. It could have possibly been a big run, change the whole momentum of the game. And shoot, so I put that on me for the slow start. But everybody else, I can't really speak for them right now until we watch film. But as of right now, definitely me for having that MA in the beginning.
Next one, Eric DeLong.
Tim, you're already one of the older guys in that wide receiver room. What do you say to them on a short week to get them going again and to make sure you guys can take a step forward here?
I think they know already, man. The guys that we brought in, they didn't come from losing programs, so it doesn't feel good for them at all. But like we all said, we told each other, like, we got a quick week. We play Thursday night, so it's a fast turnaround to be able to get this nasty taste out of our mouth because what we showed today is nowhere near close to how we should play.
Guys, time for a few more. Next one, Darren McKee.
Tim, overall, where do you think this team is at right now?
Overall, we just got to – honestly, I can't really answer that. I think we just all got to look in the mirror and just figure it out because we're way too talented to be 0-3. We're way too talented to be losing these games. And like what I told you guys earlier, close games, whatever, a loss is a loss. And thank God we got this quick turnaround so we got get this losing taste out of our mouth.
Final two, Nick and Kyle.
Yeah, Tim, after the touchdown drive that you played a big part on to end the first half, did you feel like there was the momentum, coming out for the third quarter that you guys had found something there?
Yeah, definitely. We moved the ball to a great 2-minute drive. We were only down by 2 touchdowns going to half. Honestly, we had a lot of confidence coming out. The ball just didn't roll our way, and we still had chances throughout the game until it got to that last drive. If you really want to look at it like that, we were down 2 touchdowns. All we got to do is score 1, and we're right back in the game.
Final one, Kyle.
Hey, Tim, with the quarterback being under pressure, this game last week too, is that a conversation you and the quarterbacks have, try and get that ball out quicker and look for the ball quicker on your guys' end?
Nah, we're not allowed to do that. That's not up to us to be able to run a route quicker or anything like that. So I can't really give you much on that. They call it play and I run it.
Graham, a tough couple of weeks for y'all up front. Can you point to any one thing or a couple things that is allowing both Pittsburgh and Tampa to have the success they've had rushing the passer?
Well, I think that a lot of it kind of just comes down to team protection stuff, and we need to, we just need to pass off these games better, these twists, these stunts, and we've had a tough couple of weeks here in regards to the amount of blitzes and the type of blitzes we've been getting. Stuff that requires a lot of people to bump stuff off, come back, pick up guys that aren't their guys, essentially, to help make the quarterback not hot. And when you're running into that type of stuff 10, 12, 15 times a game, that's something that's been pretty tough for us, and that's something that we're working through and getting better at.
Next one, Nick Cosbutter.
Graham, obviously Lloyd getting thrown into the fire a little bit as a rookie. How do you guys kind of support him at the front of that line with obviously some of the struggles that have happened up there up front through these last 2 weeks?
You can't be too emotional about it, and you got to try to help him out technique wise. And I think that he's got a bright future ahead of him, and we gotta push through this together. It's not just Lloyd. I've had my fair share of misses, and I can make his job a little bit easier at times, and I've missed on that sometimes. And I think that what it just comes down to is, as I said earlier, we need to do a better job of team protection and making sure that we when we get in a situation like we were in today, where you're down on 3 scores in the second half, and you're going 2-minute, then we just do a better job protecting the quarterback.
Guys, we got a few more for Graham. Go ahead, Kyle Newman.
Graham, in terms of the communication and miscommunication stuff you've talked about, I mean, how do you kind of gel, and is that just finding a rhythm together as a unit, or I mean, how do you find that, especially with your back against the wall now early at 0-3?
You know, part of it probably comes down to like starting fast, having the game be competitive early, and then I think that if you can achieve balance in the early part of the game, then you don't really run into issues like this, like we've seen the past couple of weeks. And I mean, part of that just comes down to making sure we're doing our jobs early, and that in turn helps us out later on.
Final two, Ryan and Troy.
Hey, Graham, when Brett went in there, you guys went no huddle. Did it feel like he had a pretty good command and was pretty comfortable out there?
Considering the circumstances, I thought that Brett did a fantastic job. I think that Rip went out there and kind of slung it. And, you know, with how that drive ended, it was 4th down. We either had to go for it or basically just it was a turnover anyways. And I think that I think he did a good job. And I think that, yeah.
Final two, Troy and Darren.
Graham, you guys as O-linemen are so prideful, you know, and everything, and it's so personal. How do you, you know, not get mired by the negativity of this and find a way to regroup? I'm speaking specifically with your position group. How do you guys rally? Do you rally around each other? Is it positive, or do you have to just be sobering in your critique of one another?
I mean, we're 0-3, and part of what you need to do is I think I heard Tim say it earlier. I hate to quote Tim, but, you know, not that, you know, it's bad to quote Tim. But you need to look yourself in the mirror and you need to address the reality of the situation. And, I mean, I know that we have a young group, and not even just on the offensive line, but on the offense as a whole. And I think that we are not where we can be. And frankly, that is a case for optimism, but at the same time, the reality of the situation is that we're underperforming and we're underachieving. And that's something that we need to work through as a group and as an offense.
Final one, Darren.
Well, Graham, on top of that, then, what do you think is missing? Hey.
Probably not.
Sorry, if you didn't hear me. Just to follow up on the previous question, what do you think is missing then?
I mean, part of it just comes down to, you know, one guy missing something here and there. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be on the offensive line. You know, it could be just somebody missing a block on the outside, one of us missing a block on the inside, a miscommunication between us and the running back and protection. And it just comes down to making sure that we are a crisp, well-oiled machine. And we weren't that today.
So, Bradley, I'm guessing you found out when you got to the sideline that your sack of Tom Brady was actually just a tackle after a 1-yard gain. I guess take us through that play and why was it so tough to get to him today?
Just got to get there, man. I don't know why it was so tough, but I mean, at the end of the day, our job is to get to the quarterback, and we just got to do that better.
Next up, Mark Kisler.
Bradley, 0-3 this year, 0-3 last year. Does it feel the same, different? How do you feel?
I mean, losing is losing. It's not fun at all. No matter if you start, you know what I'm saying, no matter what the record is, I mean, we still got, 13 games left, so 0-3 doesn't really mean anything to me right now. It's just the fact that we got to move on. We got a short week, and we got to play the Jets.
Next one, Ryan Howard.
Hey, Bradley, they went 8 of 16 on 3rd down today. How frustrating was it to do some good work on 1st and 2nd down, but then not finish those drives?
Yeah, you always want to finish on 3rd down. It's frustrating, but we just got to forget about it and bounce back on Thursday.
Next one, Eric DeLala.
Bradley, how close do you feel you are to the player you were your rookie season or the beginning of last year? And if you don't feel like you're quite back, how frustrating is it having to be patient?
I feel like I'm close. I mean, just still working at it, still, you know what I'm saying, coming back and doing everything I can. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just got to go out there and make more plays and stuff like that because it's out there for me to do. I just got to go out there and get out my own head and do it.
Guys, time for a few more. Next one, Troy.
Bradley, with so many big names, Burt and Vaughn and Drew and Cortland, you're one of the leaders, kind of the core guy. What does your role change this week in terms of I'm going to say keep optimism, but rallying guys and making sure this doesn't become, 0-4?
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, like you said, you don't want to start off 0-4. You don't want to keep having that losing taste in your mouth. So, I mean, we got to bounce back. It's a short week. It's a good opportunity for us to just forget about this loss and put it behind us and move on to the next one.
Next one, Artie.
Bradley, I'm just wondering what you thought of Shaquille Barrett today.
Shaq is one of the best edge rushers in this league, man. And I'm just proud of everything he did. He was there in the room my rookie year, and he was always supportive of me. And I'm glad to see him doing what he's doing now.
Final one, Darren McKee.
Bradley, do you feel like you are a veteran at this point, and how would you encourage the young guys? Because you do have experience through this, even though I know you were hurt last year, but you've seen it. So what do you do to encourage the young guys?
I mean, just that it's a long season, man. 3 games doesn't define your season. It's a long 13, 16, 17 weeks. So, I mean, we got 13 more opportunities to go out there and play football, and we can't let 3 games get us down and have us quitting on the whole season. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, it's a long season. We just got to stick together and fight for each other and go out there and make the plays we're supposed to make.
Shelby, obviously a lot of good stuff on first and second down sometimes today, but third down was a difficult time. What were you just seeing on some of that today?
That's what good defense have to do. We got to get off the field on third down. There's no excuses. We're not in the business of excuses. We're in the business of execution and making plays, and we haven't been doing that. So we got to sit down and really be honest with ourselves. I think the best thing coming off this 0-3 start is that we have a short week. You got to forget about it. You just got to go out there and play football. It won't be as much preparation as you usually have. There won't be as much film. It won't be as much practice. You just got to go out there and play football. Clear your mind and just play the game, and I think everything will work itself out.
Next one, Brandon. Brandon Christel.
Sorry, they're interviewing Tom Brady next to me. Shelby, you got me? All right. You had pretty good individual success with 2 sacks and the pass knockdown. So how do you balance that against the team start? I think I know how you answer it, but you think about
my stats mean nothing if we get the loss. At the end of the day, all I care about is winning, and we gotta win. The thing is, it's not like these first games we lost by 50 points each game. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta go out there. I think the big thing with this defense right now is the big play. We're doing perfectly fine in the big play. It's always a couple plays every game where you'd be like, it hurt us. We gotta stop that. We gotta really, bounce back and stop all these big plays.
Next one, Mark Kizla.
Shelby, 0-3 last year, 0-3 this year. Does it feel different this year? How would you evaluate where this team is right now?
We're not going to allow it to feel the same. I still think there's a lot of optimism. And what you got to realize is that every man in that locker room is still fighting his tail off every day. Every day. And I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to sit here, we're going to get this turned around.
Next one, Troy Wright.
I guess that's the next step. When you said on a short week, you just go out and play. Should that create a freedom then in the way guys should play? Like you're saying, no reason to be tight at this point. Kind of nothing to lose.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing to lose because you could always lose your job. But, I just think you need to go out there and just pin your ears back and play football. Let's get back to really just playing football. I'm not talking about play calling and anything like that. I'm talking about just the freeness, the individuality, let's be free. Let's play some football. Let's, really, let's get back to those times where, all you do is you just play football, eat, sleep, and let's go home. Like, let's cut out all the outside noise. Everyone's going to, everyone's 0-3 this, 0-3 that, chance to go 0-4. We don't care. We're going to go out there and we're going to play football. We got to go out there and play like our record, we don't care about our record.
Guys, a reminder, please use a lower your hand if you no longer have a question. Go ahead, Nick Kosmeyer.
Yeah, Shelby, when you get a couple sacks late in the game, when Bradley has a tackle that's almost a sack there, can you build off of some of those things to finally kind of have some of that pressure pay off at the end of a game?
Yeah, you definitely can. I really think that, just getting pressure, getting his face, this is I feel like the first big step to what our pass rush can really do. And I know the story's always going to be we're missing Vaughn, you know, we're missing but still we have great pass rushers on this team, and we need to execute even without them.
Final one, Brandon.
How much of a challenge is it to have this short week coming off a third straight loss, knowing that you got this quick turnaround?
You know, it sucks. You know, I don't think any player will ever tell you they like the Thursday night game. It's not good for our safety. It's not good, you know, just playing a physical game like we just played and turn around and go Thursday. But, you know, the thing is now it's just all about taking care of your body and doing everything you can do to be as close to 100% on Thursday as you can.